Over the last half-century, a puzzling area in the Atlantic Ocean has captured the world's imagination. The Bermuda Triangle. More than 3,000 ships and 100 planes have inexplicably disappeared here. One moment, they're present. The next, they're gone. What ties them together? They all dared to venture into this mysterious region. So, come along as we uncover the truth behind the unsolved mysteries of the Bermuda Triangle. Gateway to otherworldly mysteries. The Bermuda Triangle, also called the Devil's Triangle, is a notorious region in the North Atlantic Ocean. This area lies between Florida, Puerto Rico, and the island of Bermuda. If you connect these 3 points, you'll see a huge triangle estimated to cover an astonishing 500,000 square miles. Almost everyone has heard of the Bermuda Triangle and the mysteries it holds. This place terrifies and fascinates people worldwide with its creepy history. Imagine 300 ships disappearing without a trace, 75 aircraft vanishing into thin air, and over 1,000 people who never returned home. These chilling numbers make the Bermuda Triangle one of the most intriguing places on Earth. Every year, new theories emerge to explain the strange happenings in the Bermuda Triangle, yet none have been proven. Some believe the area is cursed, others think it's something paranormal, and there are even those who suspect aliens are involved. Despite numerous investigations, even scientists can't fully explain the mysterious events that occur there. The lost crew of the Mary Celeste. The Bermuda Triangle began capturing imaginations during Christopher Columbus's journey to the New World. The explorer reported seeing fiery columns plunging from the sky and crashing into the ocean near this mysterious region. However, due to the lack of advanced communication systems at the time, knowledge of the triangle's peculiarities didn't spread until the 20th century. Yet, even before that, this enigmatic area was notorious for claiming lives. One of the most famous incidents involved the Mary Celeste, an American merchant ship. On November 7, 1872, the Mary Celeste embarked from New York bound for Genoa, Italy, carrying a valuable cargo of 1,700 barrels of raw alcohol. On board were Captain Benjamin Briggs, his wife, their 2-year-old daughter, and a crew of 7. Less than a month into their voyage, and shortly after the ship's last recorded entry, on November 25th, another vessel, the British brigantine Dei Gratia, came across the Mary Celeste adrift under partial sail. Everything appeared normal and undisturbed except for one scary detail. No one was aboard the ship, and the lifeboat was missing. The only anomaly was a solitary sword lying on the deck. Initially suspected to be a pirate attack, further investigation debunked this theory. All personal belongings, a 6-month food supply, and the cargo remained untouched. The ship showed no signs of damage from natural causes like earthquakes or giant squid attacks, and the weather was clear. The Mary Celeste was in perfect working condition, leaving investigators baffled as to why the crew would abandon a seaworthy vessel never to return. To this day, neither the crew nor the lifeboat has ever been found. While this mystery lacks a proven link to the Bermuda Triangle, some researchers speculate that the area's alleged curse might have claimed these lives. The mystery of the USS Cyclops. In all the history of the U.S. Navy, no single accident has resulted in a larger loss of life than the tragedy involving the USS Cyclops in March 1918. This enormous fuel ship was tasked with transporting 10,800 tons of manganese ore from Brazil to Baltimore. This route required the ship to traverse the notoriously treacherous area known as the Bermuda Triangle. The Cyclops set sail on a clear, sunny day. The only communication received from the crew was a routine message indicating everything was proceeding smoothly. But then, as if swallowed by the sea, the ship and its 309 crew members vanished without a trace. What's particularly baffling is that no distress signals were sent from the Cyclops. The ship just disappeared, leaving behind no clues. When search teams combed the area, they found no wreckage, oil spills, or any other signs of the ship's fate. It was as if the Cyclops had been erased from existence. The investigation into the disappearance of the Cyclops turned up nothing definitive. Theories ranged from sudden, catastrophic structural failure to enemy action, but without any evidence, they remain speculative. The Ellen Austin Strange Voyage. In 1881, the American schooner Ellen Austin, stretching 210 feet long, was on its way from New York to London. As it sailed through the Sargasso Sea, located at the northern edge of the Bermuda Triangle, the crew noticed an unidentified ship drifting aimlessly. Something seemed strange about this vessel. It looked as if there was no one on board. Intrigued and cautious, Captain Baker of the Ellen Austin decided to observe the ship for a couple of days, suspecting it might be a trap. After 2 days of careful monitoring, Captain Baker was convinced that the vessel was abandoned. He ordered his crew to board the ship to investigate. Upon boarding, they discovered that everything was in perfect order. The shipment was well packed, and there were no signs of struggle or damage. But there wasn't a single person on board. Puzzled yet undeterred, Captain Baker decided to put some of his best men on the mysterious ship and tow it back to New York. Initially, the two ships sailed side by side on calm and beautiful waters. The plan seemed to be working perfectly until a powerful storm appeared out of nowhere 2 days later. The sudden and violent storm separated Ellen Austin from the abandoned ship, causing them to lose track of it. Once the storm subsided after a few days, Captain Baker and his crew spotted the derelict ship again, drifting aimlessly at sea, just like before. Determined to solve the mystery, Captain Baker caught up to the vessel and boarded it once more. To his shock, the ship was in the same pristine condition as before, but it was still completely deserted. No crew, no signs of life, just an eerily empty ship floating in the vast ocean. This weird part of the story has been confirmed by several accounts, but the tale doesn't end there. Some believe that Captain Baker made another attempt to bring the ship back to land. However, the second try ended just as mysteriously as the first. The Ellen Austin lost the ship again, and it reappeared in the same deserted state. After this second failure, Captain Baker decided to leave the seemingly cursed vessel alone, considering it too dangerous to continue. According to another version of the story, the derelict ship was spotted once more, but this time it had a different crew on board. This crew was not the one left by Captain Baker. The mystery deepened, leaving many to speculate about the strange events. Some even believed that supernatural forces of the Bermuda Triangle were at play. The Vanishing Act of Flight, 1991. One of the more recent Bermuda Triangle mysteries involves the disappearance of a Grumman Cougar jet in 1991, right around Halloween. The jet was piloted by John Verde with his co-pilot, Paul Lucaris. They were flying over the Gulf of Mexico, heading for Tallahassee. The weather was less than perfect, with overcast skies and scattered storms. To avoid the turbulence, Verde requested permission from the flight center to increase their altitude. Permission was granted, and the pilot began to climb above the turbulent clouds into clearer skies. As the jet ascended into sunlight, it suddenly vanished from radar. The air traffic controllers were stunned. One moment, the jet was visible on their screens. The next, it was gone, leaving a space. Attempts to contact the pilots were futile. There was no response, no distress signals, no mayday calls, nothing. Before disappearing, the plane wasn't descending or showing signs of trouble. It was gaining altitude smoothly, yet it seemed to just fade away while climbing to a safer height. Despite extensive searches, no trace of the jet has ever been found. The fate of John Verde, Paul Lucaris, and their aircraft remains a mystery, adding another chapter to the enigmatic history of the Bermuda Triangle. The unsolved case of Jennifer Blumen. On May 15, 2017, a twin-engine plane took off on a routine flight, carrying Skylight Group founder and CEO Jennifer Blumen and her 2 young sons, aged 3 and 4. They were on their way to Titusville, Florida. The plane was piloted by Nathan Ulrich and departed from Puerto Rico at 11:30 a.m. The skies were clear, and everything seemed to be going perfectly. As the plane ascended to 24,000 feet, everything appeared normal. But then, in a baffling twist, the plane suddenly vanished from the radar. Miami traffic controllers tried to establish contact, but there was no response. It was as if the aircraft had simply disappeared into thin air. The next day, about 15 miles east of Eleuthera Island in the Bahamas, the U.S. Coast Guard spotted debris that they believed to be the remains of the missing plane. Despite the discovery of the wreckage, Neither the passengers nor the pilot were ever found, leaving their fate a chilling mystery. This incident is just one of many strange disappearances in the Bermuda Triangle. In 1941, two U.S. Navy ships, the USS Proteus and USS Nereus, vanished while traveling the same route as their sister ship, the USS Cyclops, which had disappeared decades earlier. Then, in 1945, Flight 19, a group of 5 torpedo bombers, went missing over the Bermuda Triangle during a training mission. Shockingly, a rescue plane sent to find them also vanished without a trace. Do you have a theory about the Bermuda Triangle? Share it with us in the comments. If you found this video fascinating, please like and subscribe to keep up with our latest mysteries.